Good afternoon, everyone. SA Engineering College is a renowned institution with a legacy of 26 years of excellence in education. It is an autonomous institution affiliated with Anna University, a prestigious technical university in India. The college has earned accreditation from check.
Hello, Netra.
Good afternoon, everyone. SA Engineering College is a renowned institution with a legacy of 26 years of excellence in education. It is an autonomous institution affiliated with Anna University, a prestigious technical university in India. The college has earned aggregation from NAEC and NBA, highlighting its commitment to quality education and continuous improvement. SC Engineering College offers a diverse range of programs, including 11 undergraduate courses and 6 postgraduate courses. The institution is known for its academic rigor, innovative teaching methodologies, and emphasis on holistic development. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all to the Tech Series event 4.38. Today, we have the honor of hosting a distinguished speaker who brings a wealth of knowledge and experience in the field of AI and machine learning. Mr. Ashwin Kaitheri, sir, Hardware Product Manager, Rentley Smart Home. Ashwin, sir, will share his insight worldwide application of machine learning. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Ashwin, sir, to the stage.
Good afternoon, all. Welcome to this session. Thanks for the nice introduction, Netra.
Good
Uh,
afternoon, sir.
yeah, I hope I'm audible and visible. And if basic some answers, if I need from your end, like whether I'm coming across, are you able to follow me, etc. People, those who are attending from StreamYard, you please, Netra, you can give me support on that. I'll be sharing my screen. So I hope all the friends those who are attending this session has you have your lunch already. Nobody is hungry here. Uh, I'll have this. I'll have a short session on worldwide applications of ML. So just like Netra mentioned, I am working with a company called Rentley. Rentley is into smart home. Oh, I don't know whether you have already heard the term smart home. So it's about now. It's now the world is like talking a lot about automating stuff, right? It's all about automation. So we are into home automation. So you can control your home appliances. You can control your temperature. You can control the lighting in your home. You can lock and unlock your locks from anywhere in the world using a mobile app. So Rentley is into smart home, and at Rentley I work as a hardware product manager. So having said that, we'll slowly get into the session. I'll share my screen. Is my screen visible? Netras, my screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this session, we will talk about worldwide applications of machine learning. So how many of you have familiar with this term called machine learning? Now there is a lot of buzz around there is this buzzword called artificial intelligence. So you might have already heard about artificial intelligence. These two are actually connected. So if anything you work on related to artificial intelligence, there is machine learning working behind it. So in today's session, in this session on machine learning, the today's agenda will be a brief introduction of presentation and myself, and then what is machine learning or ML, how does it work, and some day-to-day examples, some real-world applications of machine learning, and obviously some fun facts also, and what is waiting ahead in the future, and some ethical considerations while practicing ML. So whether you appreciate it or not, or whether you knowingly or unknowingly, all of you or most of you are using machine learning or applications of machine learning. I'm sure about that. How we are using that, we will explore that in our session today. This in this slide, I have a picture where suppose it's me talking to you guys. So this very picture itself is created using an ML application. So you can do creative stuff also using ML. So we will look into all that in detail. I'll move to next slide. So what is machine learning? Machine learning is that technology which allow computers. So you will feed a lot of data to the computer and make the computer intelligent enough to take some decisions without being explicitly programmed for doing that particular thing. For example, using your computer, if you are writing a program to add two numbers, your computer can add that because you have very specifically, explicitly programmed your computer for adding two numbers. Here in this case, rather than specifically programming like that, you are educating your computer and making your computer intelligent so that it will take decisions just like we take decisions in our life. So how are we taking decisions in our life? We are taking decisions based on our experiences. So when we try to do a particular thing, in some cases we will be successful, or a decision we have taken in the past, it would go right in some cases. Some of the decisions we make, those will result in some bad experiences, or those decisions might not be right. So based on whether a particular decision we have taken in the past is right or not, based on that, using that intelligence and learning from our mistakes, we will take better and better decisions going forward. So here we are also working like a computing system. Our brain is working like a computing system. Our sensory organs are working like sensors to feed data to this computing system. So based on a previous decisions we have taken, okay, I have taken this particular decision, that was right. So when the next scenario comes in my life, similar scenario, I'll take the same decision because I know from my previous experience that when I have taken this decision in the past, it really worked. If the decision is not gone right, then when the next scenario comes, I'll take a different, better decision. Same way, if we feed enough data to our computing systems, we can make our computing systems intelligent and make some great decisions. So that without specifically programmed for a particular thing, our computer will be able to perform certain actions. So how does machine learning work? So here data is the foundation. You feed large amount of data, and machine learning relies on those large amounts of data. So this data will act like a study guide for your computer. So we have discussed about we taking some decisions based on our previous experiences. Now, to understand how machine learning works, you have written exams, you will be writing exams in the future. How will you prepare for exams? Your teacher will teach you certain, based on some teaching materials. They'll take classes, they'll teach you, they'll feed those data into you. Now, questions can come in every question paper you take. There will be straightforward answers, just you can memorize and give those answers. There will be questions where you need to apply the principle that you have learned. Similar way, here also, based on the data we feed, or you will prepare for your exams based on previous question papers. So these questions have asked for this particular subject in the past. So I can expect the same questions in the next year also when I am writing the exam. Or I can expect a question where I need to apply the principle that I have learned from my teacher and the previous year's question papers. So I'll apply that logic and write those answers and get marks. So we will feed a lot of data, we gather large amount of data and feed those data into our computing systems, make the computing system intelligent. This data that we are feeding will act like a study guide for the computer, just like our study guides, our learning materials, and our previous year's question paper. And computer will make right decisions. It will help when we feed those data and make computer intelligent. In most of the cases, it will help us take even better decisions, because it won't have any emotional bias that we'll have. It will take very rational decisions. Okay, so all of you, are you with me so far? I'll move on to the next topic, where we are now. Here we are talking about everyday examples of machine learning. I hope when we talk about everyday examples, these are things that we see day to day in our life. So when we explore this, you will understand, knowingly or unknowingly, you have been using some or the other application of machine learning in your day to day life. Clear? Yeah. The first thing is very popular among all of us. It's about social media. So when you search for a certain type of content in the social media, so I hope all of you are familiar with Facebook or Instagram. When you continuously browse for a particular type, or somebody is really interested in movies, then he'll search for movie related content. He'll follow people, those who talk about, or people, those who create reels and stories about movies. When we keep following such people and when we keep browsing for such content, then the similar content will be fed into our profiles here. So here, ML is used to personalize the content based on our interactions in the social media. I think this is very clear to all, right? Next, we'll move on to voice assistants. How many of you have seen people using voice assistants? I think Siri, Alexa, these kind of voice assistants are so popular. At least many of you or your senior people at home, your parents or your elder brothers and sisters, they'll be using Siri or Alexa from their phone, or we'll have those voice assistants at home. So here, ML powers these virtual assistants like Siri or Alexa and enable them to recognize your voice. So when you ask for something, when you ask to perform, when you, hey Siri, can you play this song? So First of all, your voice, it need to recognize your voice. It has to understand your voice command. Second thing is, based on what task you are asking, it needs to understand that task and also pull the particular song or pull the particular video from the internet and make it available to you. So voice assistance is also a very good example of day-to-day example of machine learning in our life, which is also very popular. The third thing is streaming services. You know, right? What are streaming services? There are a lot of OTT platforms where if you miss a good movie in theaters, what will you do? You will go and watch the same movie when it comes in the OTT platform. You have Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Hotstar, and whatnot. So when you follow a particular type of movies or a particular type of documentaries or a particular type of series or you listen to a particular type of songs, then based on your preferences, ML algorithms will suggest movies or music based on what you as a user have watched or listened to in the past. I think this example of social media, this example of voice assistants and streaming services are something which all of you can relate to, right? Now let's look into a little more slightly serious stuff. Real world applications of machine learning. Here in real world applications of machine learning is used in so many areas nowadays. It's used in e-commerce, it's used in customer service. What is customer service? When a customer is using your company's services, when they face issues, they'll call your customer service people. So now you can create chatbots which can interact with the customers, and based on the previous interactions that is fed to the computing system, it can provide answer to your customers to fix any problem that they are facing. It's even used in healthcare. It's used in smart homes. It's used in transportation, in manufacturing. So many areas nowadays we are using the real world applications of machine learning. So these are areas where we are using machine learning in our day-to-day life to improve our day-to-day life. So how it is used in healthcare? Even our educated, up-to-date doctors, they rely a lot on machine learning nowadays. How are they using machine learning? Machine learning helps doctors diagnose diseases by analyzing medical images and patient data. So based on when a patient is finding a problem, how many of you have, I think most of you have seen these medical images, x-rays or some scan images from coming out from some scans and any sort of such patient data, right? So based on, okay, you are feeling a particular pain, then you are going to a doctor. That time the doctor is asking you to take an x-ray and come back, or doctor is asking you to take a scan and come back. So you will have an image of that particular x-ray or that particular scan. Like that, so many thousands of patients will come this healthcare facilities. So they'll have a large set of these images and patient data. Or your grandfather is feeling very tired. He's having a thought that whether I'm diabetic or not. He's going to a doctor. The doctor is prescribing a test to see whether he is diabetic or not. Like that, many other people are coming. So when doctors prescribe such tests or prescribe for those medical images, the healthcare facilities and healthcare companies will get large amount of these images and patient data. So based on this, okay, when this person has come, when this particular difference from a normal person's that scanned area, whether it's leg or whether it's your stomach or whether it's your whether it's your hand or leg. When the normal person's is scanned and when this particular person's is scanned, there is a difference in that. When that previous time that data was analyzed, the person had a tennis elbow. He was having a pain on his elbow, and in that particular scan, he was able to find out that it was because of tennis elbow. So based on that, they'll feed this into their computing systems, and when a new patient comes, when the doctor looks into it, the computing system, the ML, will predict that this is because that particular person has so and so disease. Similarly, in smart home, so I am coming from a smart home background. In smart home, based on a particular person's likings, okay, I want 23 degrees Celsius to be maintained when I go to bed. Or I want all the lights apart from only one light in my central hall to be switched off at 10 p.m. so that we can sleep peacefully. So we'll have this kind of behavior. So ML enables smart home devices to learn from your habits. So every day 10 o'clock, you are switching off all lights apart from your central hall. Around 10 p.m. every day, you are keeping your ACs at 23 degrees. Like this, ML enables smart home devices to learn from this particular behavior of the user and suggest so that at 10 o'clock, all lights will be switched off. Only your central hall small light, a 0-watt bulb, will be on. So this is how it is used in smart home scenario. In transportation, you might have heard about self-driving cars, right? So that's also a recent talking point. So self-driving cars use machine learning to understand a particular road. So in this particular road, after so many kilometers, you have a turn. So you need to reduce the speed of the vehicle. Or you need, if you want to reach a particular destination, after 2 kilometers, you need to take a left from the signal. So these, and the environment where you drive and the kind of obstacles you have on the road, etc., is fed to the system so that ML will help the self-driving cars to understand those particular route and navigate freely. So how is it? Are you all with me? Can I go forward? Next is about its impact on our daily life. So we have discussed about day-to-day life, where are we using it? Things like social media, things like voice assistants. Now, how it is impacted on our daily life. So as students, I can tell you one good example or one good impact on our daily life is in personalized learning. What is personalized learning? So you have a favorite sir or ma'am who knows everything about you, who understands that this particular students like this particular method. If it is shown as an image or if it's shown as a video, this particular student will understand it better. This particular student likes to read and understand stuff. This particular person wants to do some experiments so that things will be easy for him to understand. That particular ma'am or sir who is your favorite, those sir or ma'am will be your favorite, right? Because they understand you well and they offer you some kind of a personalized learning based on your interest, based on your pace of learning something, based on your learning style. Similar way, educational apps which use machine learning can customize or can tailor the learning modules based on each student's pace and learning style. So this is a good impact that you can create on a student's life using machine learning. Next comes your shopping experience. So based on which products are you buying, in a particular product itself, What is the kind of filters that you are using? What is your usual price range for a particular apparel, for a particular, when you're buying a t-shirt, what is the color you're going for in general? What is the size you're, based on this, e-commerce websites can use machine learning to suggest products, to suggest products in terms of a person's interest. So a particular person will buy so and so size. He or she prefers so and so size, so and so color. Based on that, they can, even the brands, they can push to you. Next is security. This is, I think, you might not have realized you are using machine learning here, but nowadays a lot of mobile phones are coming with facial recognition, right? So you can look at you can look at your phone, and then phone recognize your face, and then it's getting on, or it's open. Same way, some apartments which have the smartphone facility, at the entrance they'll have a mechanism for facial recognition. So they'll feed your face, image of your face, and characters of that, and then when next time you come there in front of that screen, the screen get unlocked. So this is another example of impact that it can have in your day-to-day life. Now what is left are uh, some fun facts about machine learning. So far we have discussed a lot about serious examples, serious applications of machine learning. It can be used for security purposes. It can be used in healthcare. Doctors can use that. It can e-commerce websites can use that for improving your shopping experience. Streaming sites are using it for suggesting the content that you like. Now let's talk about a little fun use cases of ML. One thing that you all know are one thing that you already know is it's used in games. So even when Vishwanathan Anand was popular in chess, that time a lot of talk was there about him playing against a computer. So machine learning algorithms have beaten human champions in complex games like chess. So you can make the computer learn in such a way that it takes even better decisions than the human beings. And it can also be used for that. So I just provided an example of chess, which we can all relate. There are a lot of games which use ML algorithms to provide the same kind of experience. I am playing against a human. The same kind of experience machine learning can provide after using the data. Like you can feed into your computing system in a particular game when a scenario came, how Anand has reacted to that, how Pragyan has reacted to that, how Carlson has reacted to that. So based on all these champions moves, if you can train a computer, then it can play with you just like these champions in the world, which will provide you a great game sense, right? So you will enjoy playing with such a brilliant computer. Next is art and creativity. I mentioned to you, right? So I today I need to talk to you. So for creating that particular slide on the agenda, I have gone to a website called Midjourney and then gave a particular suggestion to that app which uses machine learning to give me an image where a person is presenting and explaining using a whiteboard to a set of students, those who are sitting. And this is what the system gave me. So you are not only making the system intelligent, but you can also make a system creative using machine learning. So it's not just for serious stuff. It can also be creative. Machine learning can generate art. It can write poems. You might have seen poems written by artificial intelligence apps, right? Or at least you might have seen in news, okay, Chat GPT has written this poem. And it can even compose music. by learning from existing works. So there are companies which use this ML algorithms, so that if we have the power of imagination. So I can imagine something. I, based on what I have seen in the past, going to really scenic places, I can tell something like, I want to draw a picture where there is a hill. In front of the hill, there is a beautiful small hut like home. In front of that, there is a river running, and a person is sitting in a boat. This I can imagine, but I don't have that much skill to draw a beautiful picture. Here, machine learning algorithm will help me based on my prompt, based on what I'm suggesting, based on my imagination. I can use machine learning algorithms to draw that beautiful picture. So that's it. Now we are moving to the final part of our presentation. It's about the future of machine learning and also some of the ethical considerations. So we have discussed about so many things where we can teach our computing system based on the previous data. We can make the computing system intelligent so that it will take some great decisions. The future is about ML playing a crucial role in creating robots which will perform all your daily tasks for you. So now, still it's not that popular, and we are not having those robots in our home, right? So that scenario is not very far, is what I'm trying to say. So you can have a robot. When the technology develops something, initially it will be a little costly. Then people will come with very cost-effective solutions. So who knows whether you and me, we can buy a robot that will do a lot of. When I'm away from home, I put my clothes in my washing machine. So I'm away from home. I need someone to take it from the washing machine and keep it for drying. So since now I am away from home and nobody is there at home, that task is pending until I am back to my home. So if tomorrow we can have a robot, we can have a real personal assistant at our home. Even when we are away from home, we can use that robot for our day-to-day tasks. So that future is not very far. Similarly, there are a lot of issues because of our interactions to the nature, right? So we interact to the nature in a particular way. Because of some of our deeds, temperature is increasing day by day. We don't have enough rains. Some of the things we are doing even after knowing, okay, this is not right to do. But many things we are unknowingly doing that. So if there are ML models that can help in suggesting us not to do certain particular things when we are doing that, so that we will stay away from that, and it will lead to some kind of an environmental conservation, and also uh, stopping the kind of negative impacts of like climatic changes that we are having today. So these are some of the innovations that we can expect in the future. Next is one thing which I want to uh, really focus on. It's about the ethical considerations of machine learning. So we talked about all these things. To make all these possible, to make machine learning perform so many things, we rely upon a lot of data. For that, we are gathering a lot of data. This could be even people's private data. So there can be privacy issues. So when tomorrow we are using machine learning in a much more advanced way, in a much more enhanced way, and we are using it widely for so many applications that will impact our day-to-day life, we need to be also very responsible. So we usually say, right, great power comes with great responsibility. We can use machine learning for all these applications, but at the same time, we need to be really responsible because we are gathering data from people's lives. In a particular way, this person has reacted. Today, we can have sensors and monitor a person's behavior and how he's reacting to a particular scenario. But how he's reacting to a particular scenario in most of the cases, he wants to keep that very it's something private to him, right? The what I browse on my computer, but now we can't hide it. It's all this information is available for many people. So people, those who are so today, we are all like enthusiasts, or we are really fascinated about this technology. Some of you might definitely want to join engineering, and in that also some of you will become computer engineers, and by the time you reach that stage, machine learning, ML, will be so popular. So some of you will become practitioners of machine learning. At that time, you need to think about all these things. Yes, I am gathering other people's personal data. I need to be really responsible. You need to ensure that ML systems are fair, it's transparent, and also protect privacy. You can also design systems in such a way that it acts with some kind of a bias. So, if whether you will really like a teacher who is based on your behavior and based on a notion that he or she has based on your behavior, if she is not giving you enough marks based on what you have written, will you really like it? You will call that particular teacher is partial. She or he or she is not liking me because I have done this in the past. Even though I have written a right answer, she is not providing me mark. You will think like that, right? So you can design systems also in that way, but you need to be very transparent and you need to be very responsible and design systems in such a way that it doesn't show any kind of bias. So we talked about even this bias can happen like unknowingly also. So we talked about something like a facial recognition. So we suppose there is a company who is designing these systems which is used for facial recognition, and they have become so big and they are sending it to like across the geographies, different geographies they are sending. But if they don't feed facial or face shapes of different people or color of different sets of people, the system will not be able to recognize that particular based on their skin tone or based on their face shape. Now think about nowadays. I recently read about a news where using machine learning and AI, a university has developed a system to monitor elephants. Similar way, tomorrow someone can come up with a system to monitor tigers. There are some part of Tamil Nadu or some part of Kerala, Karnataka, that Bandipur area. There are issues where tigers and leopards are seen in villages which is next to forest. So in such scenario, if you don't feed enough data or images of leopards and tigers, and to recognize and contrast, you might need to also feed images of cats and dogs and all. So if you don't design that properly, it will give false alarms. If you don't design it properly, it will give false alarms. Even it will detect a dog or cat as a tiger or leopard. Or it can happen that this is that scenario is not that difficult scenario. But if you design it in such a way that a tiger or leopard is ignored, thinking that it's a cat or dog, then people will be in real trouble, right? So you need to design systems with keeping all these things in mind. I'm sure most of you will come to this interesting arena of technology and engineering, and some of you will become practitioner of machine learning. So I think taking this 40 minutes, I have given a decent introduction of machine learning to all of you. Now it's based on your interest and based on your time. It's for you to explore and understand more about machine learning. It's a new world. There are also inhibitions and also fear from people about these new technologies. I would strongly recommend you to explore these new areas and understand how it can be used for our to improving our life. Basically, all the fundamental objective of technology is to improve our lives, right? So in that aspect, machine learning is a great tool for all of us to embrace and improve our day-to-day life. Okay, thank you all. Now it's open for any questions or any interactions from anyone. You can pass it on to Netra, or if that is possible. Thanks a lot from my side.
A big thank you goes to all our participants and attendees. Your engagement and enthusiasm have been instrumental in creating a vibrant and dynamic atmosphere. It's your presence that truly makes such event memorable. Thank you, sir, for your thank you, sir, for your valuable time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the opportunity. Glad to spend some 45 minutes with you all. Thanks a lot. I'll ask all of you, all the students to like explore this arena of machine learning. And there are a lot of things. There are a lot of demonstrate. Since lack of time, I didn't include a lot. There are a lot of demo videos available on platforms, and there are also articles that can easily you can understand from IBM, Google, etc. So I'll ask all of you to explore that. So when you explore these new technologies and areas only, when the way I understand it, you are at a junction, right? You finished your 12th, now you need to decide on what area to further pursue in your life. So you need to be open and you need to explore these new technologies and new stuff to make those choices. So I wish you all the best. Thanks a lot for all your time, and thank you, madam, and thank you all the organizers for this opportunity. It's nice spending time with you. Thank you all.